Hello, everybody. This is Jason F. Smith, creator of Shades of Intimacy and the Modern Day Warrior. Found at jasonfsmith.com. Almost forgot my own website. So, welcome to the Shades of Intimacy Daily Download. And today's topic is real, raw, and relevant. Relevancy in relationship. Relevancy in relationship. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Daily Download. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story. I have been emotionally constipated. Okay, so when I was young, I was an emotional lad. I had a lot of energy. I was always yelling and screaming, had a lot of anger. My parents fought a lot, and so I had a lot of anger about that and exploded all over the place. I got moved from my home in California up to Utah, and it was terrible for me. It was just a terrible experience. And so I had a lot of rage and anger and all these emotions. And so I was a destructive little kid. Like I was an angry young man, as the Styx song goes. And as I got to college and into those years, I started to realize I was just walking around carrying this chip on my shoulder. And so I saw a better way. What I thought at that time was a better way, which was I was going to stuff those feelings down. I was just going to stuff them down, right? And so in the code, we talk about, in Shades of Intimacy, being real and raw. So real with the facts and raw with your feelings. And so I kind of started to stuff those feelings down, because they were honestly destructive. They were spewing everywhere continually. And when I started to stuff my feelings, as happens, I also started to obscure the facts about what was causing. Well, those facts weren't so bad. So if I'm not feeling mad about this, then what caused me to normally feel mad didn't make me feel bad anymore. Okay? So I kind of do this for about 20 years. I'm stuffing all these feelings. And recently, in the last few years, particularly last year, 2017, I had some breakthroughs that this overwhelming sense of suppression that I was feeling, I had made so many strides. My anger was under control. I was feeling heartfelt, connected, and loving, but I felt oppressed on some level. Something was getting me. And it was that I had these feelings that I was suppressing. I was pushing them down. I was the author of my own oppression in this regard. So in 2017, last year, I started to become aware of that, right? I became aware, and I began to open up and start to feel again. So I got real with the facts about what was going on in my life, the things that were really good and the things that really weren't good, the things that I had that I didn't want and the things that I didn't have that I really did want. And then I allowed myself to really feel in relationship what I wanted in my relationship, what I wanted in my life. Now, remember the title of this talk, this little download today. It's real, raw, and relevant. So we're just talking right now. If you just stay at the real and the raw stage, which is what I did, as I started to feel again, what happens is you start spewing. And that's what I did. I would spew because it was my right to have feelings. And therefore it was my right to express my feelings. And so I grew sharp and explosive. Now, let me put this into context. I would snap at people, and if I didn't like something, I would let you know. I don't like that. That's shitty. Or that's crappy. I don't like that. Or if I really did like it, I would say the same thing. But I would be just this vomitous person of emotions, right? Now, I wasn't screaming. I wasn't yelling. But I was expressing over and over again. And something really interesting happened. My family was like, hey, where is the nice Jason? Why are you spewing so many emotions? And I felt immediately like they were trying to suppress me. So I had the big middle finger up, like I'm going to just do this. And so my feelings were coming out sharper and sharper. And I was like determined, like I was going to feel my feelings. Boom, 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 boom. Now, the result of this is that these feelings were spewing out kind of like in a random fire hose pattern. Like I was a fire hose turned on, just go. So it was just lashing everyone. It was just lashing out. So maybe you can relate when your emotions start to come and they lash out. And then came this piece that is oh so important. And I've seen this in myself, and then I've been able to help other people through this, right? Getting clear with the facts, real. Getting clear with the feelings, raw. Very important. But if you don't add the third piece, my friends, if you don't add the third piece, you don't add focus, you don't add relevancy, you don't make these things relevant to what you want, then you are going to be like the fire hose, like I was, spewing everywhere. So I got feedback. So enter my wife, enter my friends, enter my family. Okay, this is good. We do not want to suppress you, Jason. We do not want to suppress you. We want you to feel your feelings, but you're spewing. So take a look at that. This is not suppression. This is this spewing of energy getting you what you want? Now, when I train men who come through Warrior and they come up, sometimes they just going to have to spew a while. And what we do is we create certain areas for them to do that. In the Warrior program, it's called Warrior Week. That's an area where you can just start to let that anger out, let that unclog the pipes, right? So that's a safe setting for that. We do the same up here in Utah for the Modern Day Warrior intensives. These are opportunities for men to unclog their pipes. Now, the same happens at the Shades of Intimacy workshops to a lesser degree, and the same happens to a greater degree for women at the Elemental Feminine. So these workshops allow you to get real and raw, and then start to feel that out in a safe place. But then we want to always bring back in relevancy and focus, and we want to get clear on what we want. Because now that we've unclogged the pipes, so to speak, and I'm not suppressed anymore and able to feel energies flowing through me, so my emotions are authentic and real and deep and powerful, and I'm clear with the facts. I look the facts right in the face, and I don't look away. I'm not living in fantasy or fiction anymore. Like, those are the facts, and this makes how I feel about them in relationship. We're going to get it all out on the table. This here table is now filled with facts and my feelings about those facts. And you, as my partner, could sit on the other side of the table and go, these are the facts, I agree. And these are my feelings about them. Now, if we just spew our feelings at each other, we're lost. And in that moment is where we bring relevancy. We decide, what do we want? And you can feel the power change in the room. What do we want? And that question changes everything. Because you bring relevancy, you bring focus, so you channel all of your emotions. So I went through this process and I started to channel it, and everyone was like, yes, Jason, there you go. I love the fire. I love the emotions. Channel it though. Channel it. It's not suppression. It's not oppression. It's channeled to what you most deeply, authentically want. So in relationship, when you're with someone, you're usually in a state of either oppression, where everybody is suppressing their feelings. Okay? You probably relate to this, right? Most people who come to us, oppressing their feelings. Just, oops, don't feel, don't look at the facts, don't look at the feelings. Don't look at the facts, don't look at the feelings. On the other hand, when they start to break loose of that, then the emotional chaos comes out, and it's spewing, and anger and pain and just destruction is happening. What we do is we combine that with relevancy. We get real clear on what we want. We open to our feelings. We stand with each other's feelings. We're not afraid of them anymore because we know they're channeled towards what we truly want in relationship. And that way, when two people come in as a couple, and they get really clear on what they want, what the purpose of their relationship is about, where they want to go together, things change. And you add relevancy and focus to the code of real and raw. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you today, very clearly, very simply. Where are you being raw in your life? Where are you being raw? And if you're not, then where are you not being raw? Where are you suppressing your feelings? So part one of the question is, where are your feelings open and clear? And for some of you, that will be abundant. But on the other side of you, some of you will be suppressing your feelings. So look for the open areas and look for the closed areas. Look for the open areas and look for the closed areas. Okay, brothers, sisters, ladies, and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for today. This is Jason Smith signing off. Have a great day.